We got some awesome super chats here that our community.
No, we're ready to go, John. We're ready to go.
Let's do it. So let's start with Ryan H. With the 10 burger. Thank you, Ryan, for just all that you do. What do we need to do moving forward to get this Michigan offense more in unseen?
Moving forward, I don't know.
Moving forward, basically, I think just like make it more. Is it just saying like more dynamic or?
Yeah. Well, two things, in my opinion, John. One, offensive line cohesion, right? Like, and I see Juju say get healthy. That's key. Obviously, we need our tight ends healthy. We need this offensive line get healthy. I don't disagree with that at all. Great take.
Hansen.
Then the second thing is the wide receivers got to execute. Like as high as I am on Donovan McCulley, the way he handled that throw from, who threw that throw? Shit.
Oh, Samaj
Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, why are you not adjusting to that ball? You are wide open. There is nobody defending you. Adjust to the ball. Why are you touching the end zone? I don't know. But yeah, the guys got to catch the ball. That's where we are. Like, it just comes down to execution, cohesion, chemistry, and health, and that's where it is. And look, here's the great news. Does anyone not feel confident in Underwood and Chip Lindsey? I have confidence. I have zero reserves. I have zero reserves with that. So it's in a good spot. It will get better. Now we have what we have in terms of skill positions this year. Next year, let's hope we upgrade. Good news is, even if we do lose Justice Haynes to the draft, well, the number one running back in the nation's coming. So we should be just fine, especially with Jordan Marshall, who now is beginning to looks like find his groove, which is good. Now let's see what he can do and if he can keep it up.
Yeah, I think you nailed it on line play because that's the backbone of everything, right? If the line can protect, then Bryce has more time in the pocket to execute. That also means that the run gap separation, the line gap separation that we're starting to see emerge. There were times where Justice Haynes, as good as he is, like the best running backs need a little bit of help from their line to open up that gap a little bit for them. Justice Haynes barely needed any because there were times where he would just barrel his way through the smallest of holes and evade 2 or 3 Nebraska defenders and still make it very far. But like that little bit of separation that we're starting to see, I didn't see much against Oklahoma at all. It was almost impossible for our runners to get out, except for that touchdown, because because they weren't creating that separation. They're doing a better job with technique. They're doing a better job with getting those gaps open up, whatever the gap is supposed to be. And I think that's huge is the line play, like you said. As far as, I asked Chris Ballas and the Wolverine show yesterday, and I was like, why are the tight ends, and I made it very simple, why are the tight ends catching the balls and the wide receivers aren't catching the balls? And his response was the tight ends have better hands. And when you think about it, it really is that simple. Right? With the exception of McCauley, who I'm going to give an asterisk to because I think McCauley is that guy and he's somebody who I think Bryce can rely on. Who else is there? Samaj is in and out, right? Sometimes he makes a great play. Sometimes I don't know where he is. And I really do think that in addition to just hitting the jugs machine, I want to see Bellamy get sidelined. I want to see Soup Campbell and Chip Lindsey and Sharon Moore huddle, find the 3 guys, I think McCauley is one of them, who can do, what do we always talk about? The 3 parts of the catch, right? Separation, route running, and the catch itself. Who are the 3 guys? I don't care if they're true freshmen. I don't care if they're grad students. I don't care if you pluck someone from the beer line. I don't care. whoever are the three people who we're able to access, who are best able to do that, those are the three people I want to see. I don't care about did they play in 2023. I don't care about did they just come to the campus a few months ago. And in my opinion, Andrew Marsh in particular needs more of a look. I think that he's got the talent, the dynamic speed, the ability to get separation. I think sometimes the Michigan staff, they look at one mistake, and sometimes that's like, well, let's not use him anymore. And I do think there is some of that. And sometimes the fans are a little bit like that, where it's just like, oh, they made this mistake, get him out. I don't want to see him again. But but that was a very early mistake, right? Where he didn't turn around. He didn't think he was getting the ball. They had practiced this a million times, and he wasn't the guy who was getting the ball. So I understand that happened. He was a freshman, but also on his film and in multiple moments, even in the last game, but especially at CMU, I saw a guy ready to meet the moment. I saw somebody who I think Bryce could depend on. And you got to use who you got, because that's the only way we're going to be getting the real alphas and the real number one type wide receivers to come to the university, along with a nice fat, $1 million check. But you combine those things and maybe a couple of wide receivers decide, hey, I want to come to Michigan.
Right. And I think that's going to happen. I think the transfer portal and next cycle, and I think it's potentially possible Michigan tries to flip a kid that we're not aware of right now. I think that's potentially possible as well.
Captain mentions another wide receiver here that I agree should also probably get a look. Browder. So I'm guessing Marsh and Browder are just not up to speed with the college scheme and playbook. Either way, I'm hoping we are mixing more guys in these coming practices and next game. So, Captain, I half agree, but you have to remember that a lot of these guys are running the same type of spread option offense, especially at the major programs like the Providence days and those types of programs. They're running these types of spread, same concepts as what Chip is running. The difference is the 12 personnel. The difference is when we go into ACE or when we go into I-form, where they don't really do that as much in high school. But that used to be in hardball days, 80% of or at least 60% of our offense. That's now more like a package here and there. And we're really seeing a lot more gun, pistol, stuff that they probably have seen. So I wouldn't buy that like I would have bought that 3 years ago. 3 years ago, when Harbaugh was hardcore, pound it, and I formation and all, yes, especially 2015, 16, the really early Michigan days, it looked like an NFL offense. It looked like a very pro concept offense. Not anymore. I feel like it's so much closer now than it ever used to be to the high school offense that they're running. So I want to say, here's the thing. If Marsh and Browder have the best hands, let's see them both. It's going to be against Wisconsin anyway, so you might as well try it.
Well, I mean, I think we saw with Andrew Marsh, the moment was too big. I mean, I do think there's an adjustment period. I think there is. The speed of the game is one thing, right? I mean, you're going against corners who are better than any corners you faced in high school. You're trying to time yourself with the offense, with Bryce Underwood. It takes time to adjust. It just does. And not only that, there's a physical component as well. Are these kids ready? Maybe. Andrew Marsh, in my opinion, should get some more run. Jamar Browder, we haven't seen, so we don't know what the limitations are, but there's got to be something. I mean, part of me thinks one of the main things is McCauley is playing where Jamar Browder plays, and McCauley's going to play over Jamar Browder.
Yes.
But I'm not, it's not something I know. It's possible they could put him out there at some point, and he did play in the CMU game a little bit. But it's just one of those things where the kids have to get acclimated to the game. And, see, here's the thing too about the difference between high school and college. The playbook is far more advanced. There's more plays. Your packages are far more than your 2 or 3 pages of plays in high school, so Yeah, I just think there's a learning curve. There's a physical acclimation process as well as just getting used to the speed of the game. And you got to remember this too. These kids are also the thing about being a freshman. It's not even just acclimating to the game; they're acclimating to life. Okay, they don't have mom and dad there, right? They're acclimating to life, living on their own, getting used to the course, the college courses, the schooling. They're taking on a lot. So you can't even just single focus on your game. You're literally multitasking all of these things right now. And that's why it's so challenging for freshmen to make true impacts. And the ones who do is what makes them so special.
And I may get slammed for this comment. Let's give Fred Moore one more shot in the fourth quarter against Wisconsin, up by 20.
No,
Why not?
I'll bet 20. I'll bet 20. Go for it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I don't give a damn who plays as long as they produce.
O'Leary, give him a shot in the fourth quarter. Like, people are screaming for
Well,
O'Leary because he made that hero catch against
yeah,
Ohio
I know.
State.
Well,
Like let's just see who we got.
in my opinion, let the young kids get some run. Let Marsh get some run. Let Browder get some run. I don't know. I guess I'm not a believer in O'Leary like others, but I mean, whatever. But I'm also the same position. Like, I don't care. Just produce.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who it is. You know?
I think that's where we're all at, is like, find 3 people who can catch the ball most of the time. Ryan H, great win by Michigan football. Michigan hockey coming up. Let's fucking go. Everybody's getting excited about hockey. I heard about it last night as well. And on Saturday, we heard about it. People getting pumped for hockey. So are we high on Michigan hockey this year?
They should. I mean, they're going to be good. They're going to compete for the playoffs. But I mean, the thing that's interesting about Michigan hockey, Michigan State's really good, and it's amazing because we typically recruit better than Michigan State in hockey, but it does appear that Michigan State's the higher ranked team this year. I mean, they do have Trey Augustine, who's actually a Red Wing prospect, who's elite. So I mean, that really helps. But end of the day, Michigan hockey should be good. They appear to have solved their goalie issue. We're known for having a goalie issue, John. But because we don't typically get the elite of the elite at goalie, but we got a good one this year. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. I do expect them to make the playoffs, or I'm sorry, the tournament, and let's see what they can do. See, here's the thing. For those who don't know about Michigan hockey, let me just lay this out. Michigan is the Alabama of hockey, for those who do not know. The problem is Michigan has elite talent who are young and they get drafted. So we lose to these more experienced and developed teams in hockey because there's a lot of these teams like Quinnipiac, who we lost to, who have these players who've been around for like 4 or 5 years, and our guys are like freshmen and sophomores. And then they're getting drafted going to the league. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it tough. Michigan is one of the most talented teams who has not won a national title in a while. You know, and we need to because Denver's on our ass. Denver might even have passed. I got to see. I don't even know where we are now. We're either tied with Denver or they may have passed us. I have to look again.
Well, sounds like there's some positive momentum for Michigan, and if they make the tournament, that would be
good though. And they're going to be good for the foreseeable future too.
And of course, basketball, very exciting after that.
Denver did pass us. Fuck those guys. I'm sorry, Denver. My emotions. When I lived in Colorado, I lived right by that campus. They love that team.
Nice. All right. Detective Loki is shouting out Jared Goff for his big win against the Ravens last night.
Dude, we got a good team, boys. I mean, if any of my Lions fans watching, we are going to be good. As long as we stay healthy, we should have a good season.
Absolutely. And obviously we were watching it last night on the members only stream, and we're going to do like all kinds of stuff on our member streams like that. You know, if there's a game coming, whatever, we're going to mix it up for the member streams and try some different stuff out. So, was Juju?
I was just going to say, fuck Juju.
Oh, okay. Ryan H with the 20 burger. Do you think Michigan D-backs played terrible or Michigan front seven played terrible for Nebraska's QB to throw 300 yards, or they played all together? Just an honest question. I think it's secondary and the fact that people are out.
Yeah, front seven front seven did their job. Now the run fits could be a little better, but it tightened up as it went. The back end they're getting exposed. They're getting beat. Jair Hill's not been great.
No.
It's the back seven, but they'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not concerned yet. I'm not concerned about. I was concerned about the defensive line. I am now with moving Barham to edge. I'm comfortable now. I feel like that creates enough havoc that the other guys can get free, which allowed our team to get more pressures. The back end, they just have to learn their responsibilities. I feel they will figure it out. You got Lamar Morgan and Wink Martindale working on that. Lamar Morgan's a former defensive coordinator as well. I think, let's see how it goes against Wisconsin, and we could kind of see if we need to start raising the warning signs.
Yeah, Jair Hill's had some moments, but he's had more mid or bad moments than good moments. And I think we're gonna benefit from Zeke Berry coming back. I think we're gonna benefit from Rod Moore getting even more playing time. I think experience, and then just the healthy, people coming back healthy. I do have a question. What's going on with Shamari Earls? So we had the backflip. He got injured on the backflip and was out multiple weeks, and then he drew a PI in this game.
Yeah.
Is everything okay? Because I had really high hopes for this kid. I still do have high hopes, but maybe he just needs to lock in a little more.
Well, I mean, it's early. Again, another freshman. I mean, we got to allow them to grow. I mean, you know what makes it worse though, John, is because Jaden Sanders is playing so well. So you have Jaden Sanders playing so well, who's a true freshman, and then you got Earls, who unfortunately got a delayed start to the season. I mean, Sanders, just for those who don't know, Shamari Earls is the one who had the most hype coming into the offseason. Sanders was considered a good prospect coming out of high school, and they were excited about him. But at the end of the day, Sanders is outperforming Earls right now. But I'm not concerned. It's just too early to be concerned about these freshmen. Let's see how it develops. And when Zeke Berry comes back, we'll see how much run these kids get. I mean, it does appear. I'll say this though. I mean, does it not appear? I mean, I know the answer. Michigan is playing a lot of young guys. A lot. I mean, you got Jordan Young, Elijah Dotson, Jaden Sanders, Shamari Earls. I mean, this is that young core. Tevis Metcalf. But he was injured. This is that young core that we talked about in the offseason that Michigan was really ecstatic about. They'll grow, they'll develop. They got to find. Again, it just comes down to it really is an adjustment. It really is an adjustment, the high school speed versus college speed.
That's fair enough. All right. So let's see. We keep rocking and rolling here. We got some more. Thanks to Michigander for the $1.99. I'd rather Gio wait for USC than come back. Yeah, if he's questionable.
Yeah.
And again, I don't like jinxing it. I'm gonna knock on all the wood right now because the ball's shaped funny. Anything can happen. But let's be real. Gio should probably wait if it's questionable. I'll just say that. Yeah. So USC has the best pass catcher or the best thrower in the entire Big Ten. They have their defense is pretty shit, but their offense is really good. And that's been Riley for years.
Don't tell fucking Garrison that, because I argued with Gary. I had the debate of debates.
Really?
Yeah, because he's like, where do you put Underwood in the Big Ten? I'm like top 5, and then he wants to debate every single quarterback with me, and I'm like, and then who's number 1? I got Mavia, and I got my guy from Mendoza from Indiana. Yeah, Mendoza from Indiana, Mavia, and
video game numbers.
Shit, I'm drawing a blank on some of these guys, but at the end of the day, Bryce is right there around 4 and 5 in my opinion. He's like, what about Drew Eller? I'm like, what about Drew Eller?
What about him? Where is he? He's been out to lunch. They should have picked Bo Perbula over Drew Aller. It feels like he's outperforming him.
And then Garrison's like, oh, Sayan's better than Underwood. I'm like, he's not. Julian Sayan's not better than Underwood. Julian Sayan is a above average quarterback who can win, but he's not better than Underwood.
Yeah. So Michigander, I do want to answer this real quick. So if you are a leaders and this is for most people, I actually share I share the link out with the mods too. But am I not? So if you're a leaders and best, I'd have to look up which membership. The members only show is those who stay and Connor Stallions. However, because you're a mod, then we have the mods chat, and I share the link in there too. So, but yeah, it's those who stay and Connor are the two that have the member show. And we had a great chat. Marmar came on, Bull came on, Nick came on. It was the crew. We had a great time. So we'll definitely have a lot more stuff coming up here, Michigander. All right, so let's go to William S. Kane. Heard on one of the Nebraska podcasts today that out of the 76 plays they had, Michigan made 40, or out of the 76 plays, Michigan made 40 solo tackles. That sounds about right based on when I read the box score.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I obviously have to look at, but I mean, now imagine if Michigan made all their tackles, because one of the things I think a lot of us would agree, it was sloppy. Our tackling is sloppy. We're not wrapping up. This is one area Michigan must clean up in the bye going into Wisconsin. Catching the ball, tackling, wrapping up, these fundamental things are things that Michigan had, and obviously doing better on the back end of the defense. Those areas, if Michigan can clean those up even 70% of the way, we are going to be a very good team and a very tough team to beat. We are talking playoffs here. We are talking playoff potential here.
Absolutely. Michigander says Michigan was Nebraska's biggest home game. It was their biggest game. I think that was huge. They needed to win that to show that Matt Rule's making progress.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted, like, this isn't one of those cases where one team was sitting on their laurels and they're good, and the other team is no. Both teams really, really, really wanted to win this game for their own reasons. Nebraska really wanted to win this game to show that they have hit the next tier of college football. Michigan really wanted to win this game to show that we're still potentially a playoff contender, that we can still hang, and that even without Sharon Moore coaching, we can still pull out a tough road win like this. I mean, both teams wanted it for different reasons.
Yeah, no, exactly though. Nebraska, that was a potential program defining moment right now, in the current, timeline right now, because they're looking to take that next step in the Big Ten. They're trying to get there. They're trying to be respected. Like, don't get it twisted. We may not be the Michigan of 23, but to beat us is a big deal for anybody. Let's just call what it is. I mean, Michigan is a major brand. We know this. Buckeyes might be, no, shut up. We know it. You know it. We know it. We all know it.
Ryan H with the 10. Ryan's been cooking tonight. Michigan defense getting better every week, like usual. What do you see being the weakest spot on the defense going forward?
It's the back end of the defense.
Safety.
I mean, look, the front. Michigan appears to be figuring out that front seven by moving Barham to the edge. You got Cole Sullivan acclimating. That's another one. Cole Sullivan's looking like, I don't want to say a superstar because he's not there yet, but he's trending. He's trending to be a special player. I mean, in my opinion, so me and Garrison had this debate. I'm curious what you think, John. And what I'm about to say could be potentially blasphemous. Cole Sullivan's looking better than Houseman out there, man. And Houseman's our leading tackler.
Yeah, no, I actually 100% agree.
Okay. I didn't know if I was being too crazy about it.
No,
but Cole Sullivan just flash. Cole Sullivan makes impact plays. He is a playmaker, man. Houseman's a very good foundational player, very good player, executes well. But Cole Sullivan, it looks like he might be an X factor.
I'm with you. Cole Sullivan, every time he gets access to the ball, or anytime he's able to make a play, he makes it.
Yeah, Beats and Treats disagrees with me. We'll see, man. I'm thinking it's interesting. I mean, listen, no one's saying Houseman's not a very good player, obviously, but Cole Sullivan appears like he looks like he's becoming. You have to put him on the field. He's making it so you can't keep him off the field. Or you can't keep him off the field. So, it's something we'll monitor. He's getting better and better every week.
Absolutely. How about this?
Yeah. Very
How
cool.
about Minnie becoming a Those Who Stay Will Be Champions member?
Welcome to the family, Minnie. Yeah. No, exciting, man. I'm glad to have her a part of the community.
Wow. So now we've got a Buckeye.
We do.
Doreen. We've got a Nebraska fan, Minnie, joining in and becoming members as well. Y'all, Michigan fans, no excuse. Get on board. If we got Nebraska fans and Ohio State fans getting on board, if you're a Michigan fan, become a member. And if you're Those Who Stay, which Minnie is, or a Connor Stallions member, you get access to our members only shows, which it's been that way the whole 16 months we've been doing members. There is the Leaders and Best option too. If you need a budget friendly option, but you still want to have the badge, you still want to have the emojis, that's cool too. Minnie is joining Those Who Stay Will Be Champions, and it really means a lot that she did. She was on our show last Monday, gave some great analysis while I was traveling, and it's a miracle my internet didn't go down in the hotel that day.
Yeah.
All right, and Michigander with a couple more. As always, Michigan is everyone's Super Bowl, and that's facts, because when you're the best, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Well, that's what everyone thinks about Michigan.
I think I read something on Twitter, and it's true. We are everybody's biggest game. We're Ohio State's biggest game. We're Nebraska's biggest game. We are everyone's biggest game. So, but I mean, listen. It's there's a few programs where that's this. The same could be said for them as well, right? Like Ohio State is everybody's biggest game as well. So I mean, it's mutual there. Oregon's becoming that, but there's no doubt that Michigan is the game that everyone looks for on the calendar.
Love it. Michigander with another one here. Barham on the edge forces everyone to pass protect to his side, which leaves one-on-one for everyone else, which also makes blitzes get home on the other side. Michigander explaining that really well, and I was trying to do the same earlier, but you're doing a better job than I did. But it's exactly what I was saying. Like it creates a diversion where now you have to now you have to factor that in, and that opens up Derek Moore to do amazing things on his side. Now he looks a lot better because Barham's out there.
Yeah, I mean, putting Barham to edge completely opens the defense, or not opens the defense. It completely evolves the defense into a more effective defense that makes it very hard for the offensive line. It's so hard to. Barham is a disruptor. And that was Valenti's point today on 97.1. He is a disruptor. He's one of the best disruptors because the way he attacks that quarterback, the way he attacks the rush, it is unique. Like, all right. You want to know who they compared him to on 97.1 today? Who? Micah Parsons.
Wow. Well, 11 from heaven.
Micah Parsons was the player that they compared him to. They feel he's a similar brand, a similar type. I don't know if I'm ready to put him at Micah Parsons' level. Obviously, we're talking stupid.
That might not be. Elite. I mean, that's really nice. I don't know if that's fair on him to put that kind of level of.
Well, he's playing that role though. He is that, and it really should have been how they should have sold it in the offseason. I don't know how they sold it to him. But whatever. He's there now. Obviously, it's a good fit. So I'm excited. I mean, look, I love what we're seeing. Like, I love that the team is figuring out where they need to put these kids to be effective. And then let's just see where it goes, because it's only the beginning. This team has not peaked. We are only ascending right now, but that's only if Michigan stays on top of the growth, the development, the focus. The coaches have got to be on top of identifying where to put these players to make them most optimal, which is what they're doing. We are seeing that right before our eyes, right? You're seeing in real time Barham getting moved. You're seeing in real time the offense evolve with Underwood, right? Now they're trying to figure out what's the right wide receiver combination, what's the right offensive line combination. And then as the season progresses, we should only get better, which is why the bye week in Wisconsin is at such a critical point. And we're going to talk about it. The 2 games after that are really going to decide the season for us. And we'll get into that more when we get to it.
Drufus says Michigan O-line versus USC front 7. Early thoughts.
Yeah, I am not concerned about USC's defense at all. I think now the thing about Michigan's O-line is who is our starting 5 at that point? Who's healthy, who's not? But I feel Michigan's going to be able to score points. It's going to come down to that game is going to come down to our defense versus their offense. Turnovers, limiting them, holding them to field goals, that type of stuff. That's how we're going to, that's what that game's going to come down to.
And I am very excited because we have some really cool media guests coming up for these next 2 season previews. Rohan from Bucky's Fifth Quarter for Wisconsin, and then the man himself, Matt Zemek from Trojans Wire and our own USC shows here at Voice of College Football. And that is one thing I'm curious to ask him, right? How is your D-line improved? What are some of the things that you're seeing versus what you saw with Grinch? How have they simplified the defense? Because apparently they have. And I try to watch the USC show every now and then to kind of get some enemy intel. But he'll be interesting it'll be interesting to pick his brain and see what he thinks. But I agree with you. I think the reality is like Michigan's defense versus their offense is strength on strength, really. And that's what's going to determine the game, right? I think USC's offense is really, really good. Michigan's defense, I'd say they're probably ranked, or they will be end of the season ranked about the same, like pretty high up there. And so let's see what they can do matching up. Let's see if some people can get healthy too.
Well, check this out, okay? Because we have Trojan Fight in the house, and shout out to him and welcome to the show, brother. You're always welcome here.
Yeah.
But check this out, just to put some context to some things here. So right now, USC ranks they rank 11th in yards against right now, in the Big Ten. Okay, they are towards the bottom, and Michigan's not far off. Okay, let's just clarify our position. Michigan's also not in the best position. Michigan is 9th. Points a game, though. Points a game. They are 12th. They're the 12th worst. They're ranked 12th in the Big Ten. But here's why let me tell you why that's interesting. Let me tell you who USC has played against. Missouri State. Who? Georgia Southern, a group of 5 school, Purdue, and Michigan State.
Hey,
not impressed, brother.
Hey, Georgia Southern was a Clay Helton revenge game right there. That was what that was. So
my point is they've not played extremely challenging competition, and they're already ranking towards the bottom of the Big Ten. See, we know Michigan has talent, and we also know there is some lapses right now in our defense. But like last year, I am expecting this thing to get more polished and tighter. I am. Now, that is assumption, because what if it doesn't? But what we do know is we can all agree with the transition of Barham moving to edge, the defense has a different look now. It definitely seems more aggressive. It definitely seems to have the ability to, cause turnovers and hold teams to 3s and outs. There is that. The back end needs to get tighter. There's no denying that. But I am just, with Chip Lindsey and Bryce Underwood, I am confident we will be able to move the ball on this defense. And that's where I'm at right now. Now obviously we got 3 weeks bye week. We got 2 weeks until the USC game, I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, to be determined here. I mean, listen, and I want to say this Trojan fight. No one is not saying that's not going to be a tough game. We expect that to be a tough game. We've
had
I
that
would
marked
say,
for the whole since preseason.
Yeah.
We've had that marked as one to watch.
Yeah. So I would say that is going to be our second toughest game on the remainder of the schedule. Ohio State being the toughest, USC being second toughest. So I mean, like, we're very aware, and yeah, and I got some more on that. We'll hit on that when we get to it, but it's just something we're going to be monitoring.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean it does look like they have scored some sacks on the defensive line, but I'm not seeing anything that's jumping up as better than ours. I mean, it's improved.
I'm sorry, I'm not impressed that the best team you played is Michigan State.
Yeah.
Michigan State may not even be bowl eligible, dog.
Little brother.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, not impressed. We'll see. Now look, they're going to go against Illinois next week. That's going to be interesting to watch, although Illinois just got curb stomped by Indiana. Shout out to Kirsinetti. Which, by the way, actually, you know what? By the way, who told y'all about Kurt Signetti? Didn't I last year hold a very strong position? Everyone's like, well, let's see what he does next year. I tried to tell you. I'm telling you, he's a real one, man. Kurt Signetti's a good-ass coach. I'm telling you.
He just beat the brakes off of Bert Belem. Yeah, that Illinois. They were supposed to be number 9 in the country.
Yeah.
Bielema.
Exactly. Yeah.
Barham is on track for 13 sacks, says Michigander. That would be pretty epic.
I mean, is he? I don't even know. I'd have to look.
I would believe it. I mean, he had what, 2 just the other day. Let's see.
He's got 3 now.
Yeah, 3 sacks total.
Yeah. And he just got moved to edge 2 games ago?
Yeah, he had 2 sacks against Central Michigan and 1 against Nebraska.
And in truth, he's missed a total of 4 quarters and has 3 sacks. He missed half the game Oklahoma, half the game prior.
Yeah, so you got to add that in too. Yeah, I think he is on track then. I'm with you.